now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park, Lima, Ohio. Probably one of the coolest places you can find in the United States of America, and great to come out here tonight via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everyone. Phil Lacasse here. Jack chewing on the controls. Sunday Shootout Series for the Dirt Warrior Racing League, presented by BladeNode.com, is in the middle of qualifying, about to get out there for the first of, 3 and potentially 4 heat races. So let's take this thing trackside first. Let's pay honor to this great nation, the United States of America, with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And a very, very big thank you to our buddy James Grace for that awesome rendition of the national anthem right there here tonight. Lima, Ohio, Limaland Motorsports Park, BladeNode.com, Sunday Shootout Series premiere for the Dirt Warrior Racing League. And we're going to go trackside now for our Voiles Trucking starting lineup. The first of what I think is going to be 4 heat races out here tonight. Great car count as usual here on a Sunday night. On the pole, aboard car number 61. For the Bulletproof Motorsports, we find Josh Peacock alongside the X91 team number 91 of Tyson Pankow. Run number 2, another one of the X91 cars aboard car number 10, racing Jason Salter with the number 16 of Team Dirt Warriors, number 16 of David Blackberg on the outside of row 2. Row 3, we find the Speedway number 6 of Ryan Bronson with the number 13 of Daniel Worthington. Here roll off position number 6, and in our fourth and final row, the number 188 of Wes Wiggin, but the number 110 of Austin Rogers, rounding out our 8-car field. 8 laps going to be the distance of heat races. Top 3 will race their way on into the main event. So a lot of racing left to go here in a very tight, tricky, fast quarter mile here in the middle of Lima, Ohio. The dude demanding ahead is here. He's running around. We're going to run around all night long as well as we get the iRacingGuyFlag.com green flag up in the air, and Josh Peacock going to lead the field off of turn number 2. Tyson Pankow going to fall into that second spot. Jason Salter, he will grab that third and final transfer position as we'll go side by side for fourth on back off turn number 4. The likes of David Blackberg back there. Ryan Bronson's number 6 in that mix as well, and it's going to happen really quick out here tonight. These 8 laps will go by like a blink of an eye off of turn number 4. Already going to put lap number 2 in the books. Peacock going to lead there by about a car length and a half over Tyson Pankow. Josh will run the middle lane of the racetrack, more to the low side, glancing there. Pankow going to ride a little bit lower, a little bit higher on quarter exit. And you can see right behind Jason Salter running a lane lower as we are all single file here, riding in one straight line as we complete lap number 3 and trying to find if anybody going to kind of peek out of the line here and race for position. The answer so far is going to be no. They are all stuck in one formation around as we go halfway home. Cross flags are down, 4 in, 4 to go. Josh Peacock leading Tyson Pankow. Jason Salter, David Blackberg's number 16 car. He is trying to elbow his way to the low side of maybe take that transfer spot from racing Jason off turn number 4, but cannot find the grip down on that low side. Almost looks like they're starting to get a little higher through this racing group. We'll see how this track changes over the course of the night. A lot of laps left to make. It's going to carry over, I believe, through the entire evening. So this track will for sure go through a little bit of change. The cars will handle a little bit differently. We'll see if we get even higher up against the wall. We can drive down low. Limaland is a place that shows us some pretty terrific racing over the course of the night as we go already 2 to go and already off turn number 4. The white flag going to grace us over the top of this quarter mile. Josh Peacock in the lead by about 3 car lengths down to the turn number 1 and 2. That blue, black, and white schemed car, JP Design, spitting out a really great wrap there, and off the 4th turn, give Josh Peacock the win. In heat race number 1, Tyson Pankow for 2. Jason Salter going to grab 3rd. 4th will go to David Blackberg. He'll go off to the consolation rounds, as well as Ryan Bronson, Dan Worthington, Wes Wiggin, Austin Rogers going to be the 8 cars that round out our field there. Great to have you aboard tonight here, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Here joining us over here with DWRL. We appreciate all the support, gang, and help us out and do us a favor. Like our link, share them out there, and let everybody know that Phil and Jack are out here tonight in Lima, Ohio with the street stocks. And maybe you want to see something maybe a little bit quicker, you can find my partner in crime, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton. He is over at the Volusia Speedway Park tonight with the gang and the Stars on Dirt for UMP modified action, pro late model action over there as well. So you can click over to our sister stream, and you're watching here. You chose Full Velocity tonight. We certainly appreciate that. So many other things going on, not only out there in the sim racing world, but also a great TV night when you get the likes of Sunday Night Football or even Game 5 of the World Series going on. So very happy you've chosen to bring us into your live share this evening, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network as we go heat race number 2, taking a 1 to go. So let's throw you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup real quick with the pole. Aboard car number 11 will be Kyle Moyer with a 1-2-2 alongside. That is Brandon Culp. Row number 3, the number 21, the evil one, Jim Revis with the number 25, the hammer, Henry Jones on the outside of row number 2. 3rd row, the number 319 of Alex Cummings, flanked by the number 631 of Alex Cummings. Kevin Prettyman going to roll off the number 88, and rounding out the field, the number 86 of Derek Fedgenhauer. Going to lead the field. They're already under green on the back straightaway to complete lap number 1 this time through 3 and 4. Let's see how this field will shake out with Kyle Moyer. Going to lead him off the corner. Revis down to the inside. He's going to look for 2 already off the exit of turn number 2. The evil one now up to that 2nd spot. Brandon Culp going to drop back to 3rd. That's for transfer position right now. Right behind them, you find the likes of Alex Cummings, number 631. He is digging to the low side. Up high of Alex, you find a very good-looking number 25, the hammer, Henry Jones. Look out for that blackout machine as well. The 86 of Derek Fedgenhauer beginning to flex his muscles back there. That's a guy who is no stranger to the podium here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Really good in these street stocks. Derek Fetkenhauer giving that blackout ride a good ride right now, looking to the low side off of turn number 2, racing for that 4th spot. But we are down into 3 and 4 already. We're going to put cross flags down over the field here for Kyle Moyer in that number 11. Great race for that 2nd spot between Brandon Culp. He has found room up high and really making it work so far around the number 21 of Jim Revis as Brandon gets really out of shape in the middle of 3 and 4. Jim lets out of it, lets him catch it. That's going to bring guys like Fetkenhauer and Alex Cummings right into that mix of that transfer. Cummings gets shuffled out of line into number 1 and 2, so we'll see how this shapes out, but a big gap up front now for Kyle Moyer as he is going to exit turn number 4 to be greeted by the 2 popsicle sticks coming down. 2 more trips around the Limaland Motorsports Park for the driver of car number 11. We're going to race up for the 2nd spot back here. Brandon Culp holding off now Derek Fetkenhauer over in turn number 3 and 4. Alex Cummings, Jim Revis going to round out the field right behind them. So with one more brief trip around this quarter mile, it looks academic from here. Based on no mistakes, Kyle Moyer is going to take heat number 2 home, with no problem at all. And he'll see that checkered flag off the 4th turn. 2nd will go to Brandon Culp. Derek Fetkenhauer going to grab that 3rd and final transfer spot. Put Jim Revis and David Brewer, Henry Jones, Alex Cummings, and Kevin Prettyman off into our consolation events that'll follow our 4 heat races here tonight. And gang, if you guys have not done so already, you gotta go over there and support some of the great people and sponsors that take care of us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Gotta thank great folks like Hanover Wrecker Service, iRacing, iFlag.com, Voiles Trucking, CCM Custom Designs and Engraving. Also going to thank our buddies at BladeNo.com, the presenting sponsor of this Sunday Shootout series. Also going to thank South Texas Speedway, our buddy Scott Bargloff down there in South Texas. Also got to thank the great leagues over at TDR Motorsports, the sponsor of the Turtle, TDR Racing, I should say. Hard Motorsports, the sponsor of our quick time of the evening. Also going to thank all the likes of Trash Panda Graphics, Eichstadt Wraps, and our buddy Brendan Spadafora with Full Throttle with the Jet over on YouTube. The guys that take so much great care of us, and none of this possible without their contributions indeed. So let's take a look down to the field for heat race number 3 with our Voiles Trucking starting lineup on the pole with car number 73. It's Screaming Stephen Moore. With the Voodoo Child alongside aboard car number 12, that is Eric Eichstadt. Row number 2, the number 14, we welcome back to the network. Been a while since we've called the name of R.J. Klein. And alongside the number 71 is Daniel Stifler. 3rd row, the 51 of Justin Gledhill, flanked by the 111 of Jared Brigance on the outside of row 3. And in our 4th and final row, we find the number 119 of Corey Stansell, the number 011 of Braden Richards will round out our 8-car field here. 8 more trips around. We've got 6 drivers locked into the main event so far. We got 6 more else to put in there. We'll put 3 in here after heat race number 3. iRacing, iFlag.com, green flag up in the air. And we'll go shape-shifting down the back straightaway and into turn number 3 and off the corner. Looks like the race lead is going to continue to be our pole sitter there aboard car number 73, Screaming Stephen Moore. Eichstadt and Klein, they got a good race going on for that 2nd spot right now. They're going to hold 2nd and 3rd, and this may even fall further back behind them as another car entering that picture as well. The 71 car of Daniel Stifler there, Justin Gledhill, Jared Brigance making some waves. Braden Richards, the number 11, he's starting to charge up through the field as well. So Brady going to make his presence known in the Team Elite machine. We certainly know that for sure. As we're in turns number 3 and 4, we'll complete lap number 3. And so far, so good out of the gate for the pole sitter. Race leader, car number 73 of Stephen Moore, going to lead now. It looks like who's that back? Eric Eichstadt, R.J. Klein holding on to position number 3 as we go back single file. Daniel Stifler's number 71 car. He is that 4th car in line. That's a terrific wrap there for the 71 machine. Give the group of JP Designs big props on that one. That thing's pretty sick looking. Cool new colors there for the Iceman. Dan Stifler's number 71 as we exit turn number 4 once again. We'll put 5 laps on the board, 3 more remaining here for heat race number 3. And it's a story as it's been here. Single file racing to the majority of the front of the field in these heat races. And so far, so good. Screaming Stephen Moore going to exit turn number 4. And he will see that white and that checkered flag clenched in hand. 2 more trips around. He leads Eric Eichstadt by about a car length and a half as Eric drives it deep through turns number 1 and 2. Washes up the racetrack just a skosh. Not enough to really upset the run. He'll try a low side run in 3 and 4 once again as we get that white silk over the field. 1 more trip around for Stephen Moore Looks like he's going to comfortably hold on to this one, barring any mistake. Down the back straightaway and into his very, very quick third and fourth turn into the corner. He'll accelerate with no issue at all. Stephen Moore going to pick up the win in heat race number 3. Eric Eichstadt will fall in for second. R.J. Klein third. Daniel Stifler, Justin Gledhill, Jared Brigance, Braden Richards, and Corey Stansell will join the ranks of the drivers going off to the consolation rounds. That'll follow us in heat race number 4. But first, I want to invite you guys once again to head on over to the all-new FullVelocityTV.com website. Pick up some Full Velocity Racing Network swag today. Top right of the menu bar, you can see right there, it will say Full Velocity Swag. You click on that, we'll take you out to our Teespring.com store. A lot of great product that you can buy. Sweatshirts for this cold, rainy weather if you're up here in the Northeast today, or maybe a t-shirt if you're still down in the South and it's pretty nice, or, you know, what else you can find? A hat. Hats are always good to cover your big old mop of hair like sometimes we got up here. Want to cover up all the gray. You got coffee mugs for the coffee drinkers of the world, or whatever else you could possibly think of. Decals, you know, whatever. Check it out today. The Full Velocity swag available. Head over to the website, FullVelocityTV.com, and we'll get you all hooked up with the colors of the blue here on the Full Velocity Racing Network as heat race number 4 about to roll off behind that iRacing.com Chevrolet Silverado safety truck. And let's take you through our lineup here for heat race number 4, presented by Voiles Trucking. On the pole with the number 311, the big Texan Justin Holt will lead this field to green alongside aboard that white and pink car number 18 on Bulletproof Motorsports. That is Kyle Surratt. Row number 2, the number 1 car alongside, that'll be Alex Brewer, and the number 09 will be parked next door to him. The 09 is Josh Ely, who I'm not sure made it out to the server. I believe Josh will join us, so that's going to fall back in line next to the 07 of Justin Pruitt. The Team Elite number 8 of Austin Miners. He's scheduled to roll off from 6 and looks like he'll roll 4th, actually. And rounding out our field, that red number 45, that is Travis Montgomery. So the call out there for 7, I believe we got 6 of the 7 out there. So what do they say? 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, how about 6 out of 7? We'll take that. Jack said we got 5. Who else are we missing out there? No, we're missing for sure. But Montgomery not going to make the call either. So we got 5 of 9 drivers out there. So this one may be a little bit anticlimactic as the iRacing.com green flag goes of iRacing green flag, I should say, goes up in the air. I want to apologize, Jeff Brown, for slaughtering that. It's been a really couple of days over here in the household and trying to put our P's and Q's back together in the broadcasting world and try to do the best we can with it here tonight as the field off of turn number 4, completing the lap number 1, and the race leader off the corner. It's the car number 311, Justin Holt, Kyle Surratt in for 2. I'm looking at that 311 pretty closely. It's a different race car than we've seen here recently. That's a white and black car. I've not seen that one yet out of Justin Holt. Pretty snazzy little piece. Going to lead the field off turn number 2. Races back here for that second position on back, where you find the likes of Alex Brewer, Kyle Surratt, Austin Miners in that Team Elite number 8. He is making it happen on the outside of the lane. He rolls over Brewer off the exit of turn number 2. So give Austin Miners the 3rd spot by, maybe even I can't even say a full nose over there as Alex fires back on low. Kyle Surratt holding on to that 2nd spot. But as we get 4 in and 4 to go, halfway home in the 4th and final heat race of the night, up front it is all Justin Holt and that number 311 machine. Surratt there back for 2nd. The race is for the transfer between Alex Brewer and the low side, and up high, the Team Elite number 8 of Austin Miners, who is making things happen up high, and he may look down low. We get a 3-car race off of turn number 2 now for that 2nd position as Surratt slid up the hill. Brewer made a big move down low, and if we know Alex Brewer at all, you know that guy knows how to create the excitement behind the wheel. He will drive that car for every bit it is worth, and he is doing it so far here this evening at Limaland and rolling in for that 2nd position along Kyle Surratt. Miners is going to drop back to that 4th position, and 1 car, who is that raging up through the back? That's the 07 of Justin Pruitt. He's thrown his name in the ring as well. Can Pruitt maybe grab one of these final transfer spots? This white flag is on the racetrack. We're in turn number 3 and 4. For the final time we exit the corner, Justin Holt's going to pick up the win. The drama is going to be for transfers. 2nd will go to Kyle Surratt. 3rd will go to Alex Brewer. Going to pick it up by fingernails there over Austin Miners, who will finish up 4th. 5th will go to Justin Pruitt, and looks like Josh Ely and Travis Montgomery, the 7 drivers who are scheduled to be on the racetrack. But that'll take us through, looks like now, into B main number 1 out there tonight, and we take a look at the front row, and we have the Team Dirt Warrior number 16 of David Blackburn going to lead his field to green, and alongside aboard car number 71, the birthday boy, I understand, the Iceman, Daniel Stifler, celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Dan, for all of us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. 71 on the outside of row number 1. Row 2, we find the 6 car of Ryan Bronson with the Team No Hope number 51 of Justin Gledhill on the outside of row 2. Third row, the number 13 is Daniel Worthington. The 111 of Jared Brigance rolls off on the outside of row 3. Wes Wiggin takes the 188 car from the 7th starting position with the number 011 of Braden Richards. Will start off 8th, and it looks like that is going to be it around the fields. I saw Austin Rogers was here earlier. He was in the infield, and I believe that car may be retired for the night. So it looks like we'll have 8 of the 9 drivers scheduled. The top 8. About that, top 8 of the 9 will go into the main event. So we lost Rogers, so all 8 drivers out there, they will race their way on into the 60-lap main event that'll follow what is now 2 B mains here this evening. This one here should be good. The 10-lap distance around will take us through, and we'll ride along with the birthday boy here, the Iceman, Daniel Stifler, off of turn number 4. He will be on the outside of the pole sitter. David Blackburn is SkyRacingIFlag.com. Green flag graces our presence out here on the speedway, and it's going to be Blackburn going to lead the field off of turn number 2, but they stay 2 by 2 by 2 from first all the way through the field, and now maybe settle it to almost 3 wide off the 4th turn as Stifler riding on the outside lane. That 3rd car in line, that 6th car of Ryan Bronson, he was looking to maybe make it a 3 wide scenario over in turns number 3 and 4 last time. Here comes Justin Gledhill. He is motoring that 51 down to the low side and really has that thing working really good, as well as he is elbowed his way, shoehorned if you will, up into the 3rd spot. Bronson back to 4th. Jared Brigance to the 111. Running out our top 5 as we go 3 deep back there for the 5th spot. A couple of cars bouncing off one another. Like some Brigance back there in 111. You also got Braden Richards back there as well. The late Dan Worthington. Those guys all just trying to make some room and elbow their way around this quarter-mile. Limaland Motorsports Park is Blackburn continuing to lead. Stifler, Gledhill into position 3. Good to see Gledhill running well, but Justin under fire from the low side because Ryan Bronson's number 6. A speedway machine is just old digging up there in the bottom, and you look right behind them, Braden Richards starting to chase his way down up in the ranks of that top 4 as well, so do not count out the Team Elite number 11 up there in position number 5, but off of the turn number 2 and down the back straight. We're already halfway home. We're going to put 6 laps of 10 on the board, and David Blackburn going to try to take B-Main number 1 from coast to coast. It looks like he's got a pretty dang good chance of doing so right now as he leads by 2 car lengths off of turn number 2. Race back here looked like for a second we were going to have a pretty shifty little race for the 3rd spot, but that's kind of settled itself out for the time being as Bronson able to hold off. Looks like Gledhill may have got a teensy bit squirrely back there, and that brings the likes of Braden Richards into the fray. Also back there as well, is that the Brigance 111 down there? It certainly is. He's around Gledhill now, so Gledhill with that little hiccup has dropped now back to the 6th spot. So thankfully for all of us, we're all going to race our way into the main event. Maybe some tuning that may need to be done to these setups. Gledhill, I'm sure, frustrated. He'll make the adjustment. He'll be good on the main as he normally is. But off of turn number 4, we got White Silk on the field. One more trip around the quarter-mile. David Blackburn leading over Dan Stifler, Ryan Bronson. That is a single-file trio down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Stifler going to take a peek down low, but it's not going to be enough. David Blackburn picking up the win in heat race number 1 for Team Dirt Warrior. Second to Stifler, Bronson for 3rd, Braden Richards, Jared Brigance, Justin Gledhill, Wes Wiggin, Daniel Worthington running our 8-car field. They will all race on into our main event. And let's see what the lineup brings us for C-Main or B-Main number 2, or whatever the heck we go. Hold on, where my screen going here? B-Main. Okay, B-Main number 2. Oh, for a second we added an extra here. Thought I got all screwed up, but oh, we're good. The car going to be for 10 cars here, and I don't think we're going to get all 10. I'm going to guess we're going to get 9. So let's take a shot here at Voiles Trucking, starting the lineup here for the last chance qualifier tonight. On the pole with the number 21, the evil one, Jim Revis, with the number 8 alongside of Austin Miners. Second row, the number 319 of David Brewer, the number 07 of Justin Pruitt. He will roll off 4th. Fifth starter, the number 25 with the hammer, Henry Jones. The 09 scheduled to roll next for Josh Ely, who I believe has found the racetrack. Yes, he has. Seventh position, we will find the number 631 of Alex Cummings with the number 45 of Travis Montgomery scheduled to go off next. Do not believe you have the 45 out there. And rolling shotgun on a 9-car field will be car number 88 of Kevin Prettyman. So we are going to take 8 to the main event. We have 9 out there racing. Simple math tells me we're going to send one lonely driver away here tonight. One is a lonely, lonely number, and somebody is going to have to be it. And he will do a little singing of Mr. Lonely while we're at it as we give a shout to all you all watching on the Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. We'll figure out who's out there watching. Thank all the great group out there watching this evening as usual as we go racing here for 10 more laps around. And last chance qualifier here tonight at DWRL Sunday Shootout Series. Jim Revis going to lead the field, completing lap number 1. Austin Miner's there for 2. We're going to race it down here. David Brewer's that car on the inside, and he is trying to make some waves down low under Austin Miner's. Also look right behind them. You get Justin Pruitt 07 there. Josh Ely's 09. Didn't see Josh in his heat, but he's that car rolling pretty good up in the 5th spot right now. We figured Ely be good, as I think we may have had a couple of cars come together back to the rear of the field, so I think we may have broken up this pack a little bit. So Revis going to lead as we complete lap number 3. But it's anything but settled behind as Austin Miner's trying to hold off David Brewer. You got Pruitt back there. He is in a tight stranglehold spot there with Josh Ely, Kevin Prettyman. Kevin making his way around the teammate there, the 25 of the hammer, Henry Jones. Alex Cummings, a guy having an off night here early, the 631. He's starting to make his way up to the field. He is around Henry Jones now. Maybe going to race his way to Kevin Prettyman, but where to see Alex Cummings back here struggling in a qualifying race as he currently runs back there, and I believe position number 6 as he is around Prettyman, and now maybe going to try to make the splash up to Josh Ely's 09 up ahead. So maybe Alex Cummings have found something here, and he'll maybe turn it on in our B main here this evening, or last chance number 2 as we complete lap number 6 on the board. Revis going to lead still. Austin Miner's is right there. That's a good race for the race league. Let's take a peek at that over in turn number 3 and 4 as come off the corner. It is Revis running up high, Miner's down low, and if they have a hiccup, David Brewer's 319, he is right there ready to pounce as well, as is Josh Ely 09. But this race for that top spot really good as Revis drives it deep into 3 and 4 and has that low side moving as we get 2 to go on the field. 2 more trips around. That's a half mile, and that will shoot us out toward our 60-lap A main. That's going to follow us in one more circuit away because Jim Revis and Austin Miner's, they're going to duke it out for this last chance qualifier win. Revis will see the white flag first off of turn number 4, and it's going to leave that 2 corners left to go down here for Austin Miner's to make a shot down low. Let's see if he can't make the run of the Team Elite number 8. Down to the 3 and 4 for the final time. Almost kissing at you tire down there. Not going to be enough. Jim Revis will take down the win. Austin Miner's will finish up 2nd. 3rd for David Brewer. 4th, Josh Ely. Justin Pruitt will grab 5th. Alex Cummings, Kevin Prettyman, Henry Jones, Corey Stansell rounding out our field here tonight for the last chance qualifier. The driver looks like going to be on the short end of the stick. Well, it's going to be the 119 of Corey Stansell. So, fortunately, we've seen the last of the 119. Corey, a great guy from Team RJM. We know him from, and stinks to see him not going to race his way on into the main event. So we can only start, 26 out here this evening, if all math is correct, or 28 cars. 28 at this quarter mile. And this will be a lot of fun. I'm gonna grab a quick swig right here, and we'll take you back through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup as 60-lap main event is about to roll its way off. Sorry about that. No, I think we're about to get rolling along as the field is gritting its way up, and let's take you through 28 cars that'll make up a 60-lap main event. On the pole aboard the number 61, that is Josh Peacock. On the outside, the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Row number 2, the number 73, Screaming Stephen Moore, with the number 311 of Justin Holt make up row 2. Tyson Pankow rolls off 5th aboard the X91, the number 122 of Brandon Culp on the outside of row 3. Row number 4, the number 12 is Eric Eichstadt with the number 18 of Kyle Surratt. That makes up our fourth row. Row 5, the number 10 of Racing Jason Salter. Derek Fetkenhammer is number 86. He rolls off in position number 10. 11th starter report car number 14 is RJ Klein with the number 1 of Alex Brewer. He will roll off 12th. 13th starter, the number 16 of David Blackburn. Next door with the number 21 will be Jim Revis. Daniel Stifler rolls off 15th, and the number 71, Austin Miners with Team Elite number 8, rolling off position 16. 17th, we find the 6 of Ryan Bronson, the 319 of David Brewer, the 11 of Braden Richards, the 09 Josh Ely, Justin Pruitt, 07, Justin Gledhill's number 51, Alex Cummings, Wes Wiggin, Kevin Prettyman, Daniel Worthington, and Henry Jones rounding out our 26-car field for the Limaland Motorsports Park as we took the iRacingIFlag.com green flag, and just like that, with a 26-car field of this tight racetrack, you figured something probably would set loose right away, and we sure did. As our first Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag of the night, bringing us to the racetrack here, and thank the folks over at Hanover Wrecker Service for being the proud presenting sponsor of the caution flags here at the Full Velocity Racing Network as we go back and take a look with thebladenote.com Full Velocity Instant Replay if we have one to show. And see, I see one car has joined us on the racetrack. It may have been the 6 of Ryan Bronson that may have had a piece of this one. I see his car kind of a little bit slow rolling to the back of the field. He was given the end of the longest line. So, Jack, I believe it may be the 6 of Ryan. We want to find out. All right, so him and it looks like the 11 of Braden Richards coming together. Stifler's number 71. I'll pick it on the birthday boy here early on. That's not what we do. But we thank Jack for the work there at our Full Velocity Instant Replay presented by BladeNode.com. Thank those guys a lot. It's off turn number 4. We got the iRacingIFlag.com green flag back in the air, and 60 laps will go by here pretty quickly tonight too. If these restarts are any indication, or these yellows are any indication, as we work our way off the 4th corner. Josh Peacock going to lead the field, and it's going to be anybody's race back here for second. Kyle Moyer going to hold on the outside lane, but a good run down low for that 73 of Stephen Moore. Justin Holt, great to see Tyson Pankow's X91 out there with us again tonight. Awesome to come over here Sunday nights and call the name of Tyson Pankow out with us. Justin Holt, that newly painted number 311, that white machine, the black trim on there, that thing looks awesome. He is running up high, looks like about 5th as we hit into turn number 3 and 4, but it is all sailing out front for the number 61, the Bulletproof Motorsports machine of Josh Peacock in the lead, and it stays single file all the way back through Moyer in second. You got Stephen Moore there for third, but from Justin Holt, Tyson Pankow, Kyle Surratt on back, it's a pretty good scrum in there right now. Is the 10 car of Racing Jason Salter. He has thrown his hat into the ring over there as well. So off of turn number 2, and I apologize, can't see the light shading. Not the greatest of lighting here at Limaland. It's really good for the race car drivers out there, but off of our view from the tower, it's makes some tough sledding out there. The shadows get off the lights here, off the back straightaway. So I apologize here if I call the wrong car out. Doing the best we can. Blind Announcer Boy. You can find him right here about every night here at the Full Velocity Racing Network with Phil and Jack as we go out there again. And I see yellow flag has come back over the speedway. Yellow lights are on, and our second Hanover Wrecker Service caution flag finds us on lap number 11. So we slow the field back down and maybe play the Benny Hill song or the chicken dance and see if we can't find something that may have put us once again under our caution flag. As I'm looking, I know Jack's going to take a peek. We're going to see if we can't find any help. No, I think I saw Brandon Culp had a little bit of discussion with the aliens, and I'm not sure if that took a roll. Oh, what happened? Jack said he got the replay up there already. Oh, Kevin Prettyman's number 88. There it was. Kevin getting involved, and I think that was a teammate issue there. Was that the Alex coming to 631? I see Worthington's number 13 back there, and I'm not sure if the Hammer Henry Jones is going to piece of that as well. But those cars all back there rolling slowly. It was definitely 88. Kevin Prettyman wants to get himself on some TV time. Not the way I'm sure he wants to do it, but that is our second yellow flag of the night, and that's going to be all done because we have green flag already back out in the air. We are not messing around tonight in Lima, Ohio. Lap 14, we got Josh Peacock and us sailing off And now in the turns number 3 and 4, we'll see anything but tame back here for second. I'm going to let the pictures kind of tell the stories here. Is Moyer and Stephen Moore are locked in a battle there for second. We go 3 deep off turn number 2. Holt there. You got Jason Salter down low. Kyle Surratt in that white and pink car in the middle. I'm going to be sad when October's over because I love that white and pink number 18. I'm fond of that. We have a tangle over in turn number 2. We have cars stopped and oh my goodness, they split. I thought we may have had another wreck coming as it was right in the middle of the racetrack. A couple of cars were stopped in our 3rd yellow flag of the night. 3rd Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag on lap number 16. I knew that was Justin Pruitt's number 07. Turned around over there, and I believe he may have had company with that Worthington's number 13. It was Stifler's number 71 over there. Oh, it was the Iceman. Josh Ely's 09 was parked in the 2nd turn. I believe also... What was that? 88 again, I think it may. Maybe not. A couple of cars definitely came to a rest over there at the exit of turn number 2. I think Justin Pruitt's 07 probably took the worst of this one, but definitely stinks. Pruitt there took a big hit. 13 also. Oh, 13 car. Dan Worthington on top of the 88. I'm not sure. We're a PG rated show here on the network, are we? Don't want to be on top of another car, but that's what happened. And I guess it's going to be a quick look because we're already back to Greek flag racing on lap number 19. So a couple of yellow flags have plagued us here early. But hey, you put 25 plus cars in a quarter mile like Limaland, you kind of expect you're going to see what we up stack up at 3 and 4. We got more cars coming together. We got somebody abducted by the aliens and flying away. I've always told you all the times we've come to Limaland, it's a crazy place. There's a lot of bizarre things that always happen here. And it was a stack up in the 3rd and 4th turn. And I believe it was a 73 of Steven. What happened right up front, Moore to the side of Moyer. And that stacked the entire field up. And I'm going to tell you what. Whose red car was that taking a ride? What was that? Well, that wasn't Federico. That was a black car, but I have been Henry. Somebody took a ride that was stuck on the outside of the racetrack, and I believe may have got going. And somebody definitely was taken by the aliens. Their car was kind of up in the air, hovering. It disappeared. It may have come back in, but it was definitely weird to look at, and I could not tell. It may have been the Fedkenhauer number 86 that got taken away. Justin Holtz 311 was also involved in that as well. So I see Kyle Surratt was in the checkup. David Brewer. I mean, this is some really, really good cars that are now going to go toward the back of the field. And as we get toward halfway, 22 laps in, as we go back to green flag racing, the field has kind of mixed itself up. Peacock, Moore, Moyer, Pancal, Alex, Brewer. Well, that's top 5. It's pretty good. We're wrecking again off turn number 2, and this is a big one. Oh, my goodness. This one happened right near the front as well, and we'll slow the field back down and hope all these cars get rolling off the exit of turn number 2. Looks like they all have, so slow it back down. The Hanover Wrecker Service team is going to be busy here tonight, as is Jack's Fingers with BladeNo.com, full velocity instant replays, and I see the Jim Revis down there. I believe I see Braden Richards over there. It was more than 2 cars stopped. I know Jack's going to have a different look here. It was tough to tell. I think Jason Salter's number 10. Definitely the 10 car, yeah, indeed. And I'm not sure where that kind of all started. I know Jack's got the replay for you. Too quick for me to go back there and take a look, but it takes a couple of really decent cars back there as well and toss them to the back. And we're 25 laps into a 60-lap main event. That's not a whole lot of time for those cars to come back from the back, and it looks like the call has come down from race control, and I think it's a good one. We are going to go single file restart. I think that may be the way to go. Going to salute Jim Revis. I think that's a terrific call to make. Jim now the man basically in charge over here. Dirt Warrior Racing League. Him and Eric Eichstadt there calling the shots now for DWRL as we come off turn number 4. iRacing, I flag, green flag up in the air. And we got Josh Peacock to lead the field. They'll see how long it takes to get these guys sorted back into 2 and possibly 3 wide. Looks like it's tame. It's the most tame we've seen a restart yet, but we do have a yellow flag out. Yellow. I believe this is a sixth one as we just now approach halfway, 28 laps on the board, and we slow him back down, and it may be time to page Dr. Green. Paging Dr. Green. We may need some elixir for the yellow fever out there as we've had a little more yellow flag than I think anybody have wanted. Jack will go down there and take a look at a BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay, and I see our old buddies over here on the Facebook Live side. I see John Monkert out there. We see Cody McKnight. Good to see C-Mac. Travis Walden checking in. I saw Laura out there. Laura Eichstadt. I saw the stars donations here a little while ago. Certainly appreciate those 50 stars. Those help us out a long way here at the network and help us do a lot of great things behind the air. Help keep the lights on. Also, Brett Levin's out there watching as well. Great to see all the group over there watching on Facebook Live, though we're also out there on YouTube and Twitch TV. If you guys haven't done so yet, you haven't shared, well, what are you waiting for? Share the link out there to a friend. Let them all know that the racing at the Dirt Warrior Racing League is right here tonight, live in Lima, Ohio. We are halfway in, 30 laps in, 30 laps to go as we go back to green flag racing. Josh Peacock will lead the field. He has led basically the entire night here, led qualifying, won his heat race, started from the pole, and so far unchallenged for the first half of this one here for the BladeNo.com Sunday Shootout Series presented by Dirt Warrior Racing League. Single file off now into turn number 1 and 2. We got Stephen Moore running down low. Kyle Moyer is there, and looks like the best race will be back for position number 4, where we find Tyson Pankow and Ryan Bronson going at it. Eric Eichstadt, he's on the outside of that battle. In the number 12, we got Alex Brewer's number 1 in there as well. RJ Klein, David Blackberg, Austin Miners, Josh Ely making up the balance of the top 10 as we work our way over to the west end of the racetrack, turns number 3 and 4, and we'll see where this one kinds of all shapes up. Looks like top 5 are pretty solid right now. Don't look like anything too completely crazy going on. It looks like we're just about 2 and now 3 deep off of turn number 2, so I guess that's something of note is one car making a big move to the middle. I think that was Eric in the number 12 making a half in there, and I believe that was Brewer's number 1 car down low. Alex Brewer is a guy who's always making things happen back there. RJ Klein is there as well. Tyson Pankow in that number X91 doing a heck of a job. As I say that, Tyson hits the 91 car off the outside wall, and they're starting to drift it a little bit higher through this turn now, through the middle part of this one, and starting to see right rear tires off the wall. Are we going to see this track becoming a wall riding track in the second half of this one? It's a wide racetrack for a quarter mile. There's a lot of place to put the race car at. They put a wall there for a reason. Not sure why we need to kiss it, but well, I guess we'll figure it out over the course of these 24 plus laps we have left remaining. Is off turn number 3 and 4. It is still Josh Peacock leading over Stephen Moore. Kyle Moyer, that's a guy who I have been rooting for weeks now to take home a good finish. A guy who has been so close, saw a lot of speed. Race cars have been really good, and hoping Kyle Moyer can maybe pull one of these off with potentially a top 3, maybe a win here tonight in Lima, Ohio. That would be a pretty cool scene to see. Alex Brewer's number 1 car. He is up in the 4th spot. It's this racing for 5th on back that has just been pretty delightful to watch so far in this run. RJ Klein back there. Good to see RJ back in iRacing with us. Eric Eichstadt, Tyson Pankow back there. Austin Miners, the number 8, is starting to track this group down, as is David Blackburn back there. Josh Ely, Alex Cummings, a little gap back to Dan Stifler running at 12, so that's basically the top dozen as we approach down lap number 40 going up on the board. We are 40 in, so 20 laps remaining, and trying to follow around all the good racing going on. It's really good back here on the outside of the top 5, but do not want to miss anything up front if we have a pass to the lead or racing for position. But it's about 3 and almost 4 wide back here off the 4th turn last time by, and go back there and talk about them for a minute, because I do see a couple of cars starting to make their way on through. I see Miners and Blackbird, Cummings, Ely. That's racing for about 8th on back. That's a pretty fun to watch right now. Up ahead, you see the likes of Eichstadt and Pankow. They're trying to get away from this group because the racing's really good. It's really clean, and I'm watching these cars all kind of running up near the wall. A couple of cars making it happen in the middle. Waiting to see somebody get down to the extreme low side. We talk about a guy not here tonight coming in. I was looking at the point standings earlier, and I is taken back. I have not called the name Casey Brunson all evening, and Casey came in tonight as our series points leader on the season. Casey has scored. I'll get away from that as I lost my points switcher here. I'll try to get that ball fired back up. We're racing for the lead now, what Jack is telling me. get back over here live. Moore and Peacock now having a battle there. Stephen Moore, that's a guy who's run really good these last couple of months, put his name in victory lane a couple of times and giving a teammate and buddy and one of the best drivers we see out there in these street stocks currently. Josh Peacock there, as it looked like it was a good race for the lead. It's kind of whittled its way down for I guess this brief second in time, so we'll kind of leave that one there. I was really trying to give you a points update as Jim was gracious enough to send over the points picture this week and take a look here to keep the racing on the screen. See if we can't figure this out. Looks like I'm going to take a big old negative on that. So I apologize there. A lot of stuff going on. Too many screens to work out and get that figured out. And I do not want to miss any of the racing action. Is that what you pay me to do? You want me to come out here. You want me to call the racing action. That's what we'll do. We'll stay away from the points. So Casey Brunson was the points leader. That was a pretty good clip. About 40 points, I want to say, give or take a couple. And with him not here, that's certainly going to change the dynamic of the Sunday Shootout series going on forward for these next couple of weeks. Do the best we can. If we get another yellow, we'll for certainly get that thing all pulled up, and we'll give you the breakdown of what is going on, tell you who is where on the points, how they set on the racetrack. But we have 10 more trips around this quarter mile, so let's see if the math helps. 2.5 miles left here this evening. Peacock and Moore, Moyer, Brewer, R.J. Klein, Tyson Pankow, Austin Miners, Eric Eichstadt, David Brewer, Alex Cummings clinging on to positioning in the top 10. You got Josh Ely, 11th. Stifler's back there at 12th. Kyle Surratt, Ryan Brunson, Justin Holt. That's a lot of heavy hitters outside the top 10. Jim Revis back there as well. Trying to do some notables. Jason Salter back there outside the top 15 to highlight a couple of drivers back there having off nights at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Josh Peacock looks like he is starting to drive away from the field this time as we hit turn number 3 and 4, and we'll see what the lead is at the line as far as seconds goes. It was 1.14 last time by. It has shrunk to 1.2, so Moore and Moyer are starting to gain a little bit. Brewer back there in 4th, just fast, just a tick faster than the race leader. So we'll pay attention here up front, see if that gap kind of maybe shrinks or grows as Peacock, Moore, Moyer continue to run in the top 3 as it looks like that's kind of singled itself back out around. And there's some good, I was watching back here, there's some good racing for about 8th or 9th. Who is that car all the way down low? I was waiting for somebody to get down there. I think that was the R.J. Klein, number 14, that was digging. It was. R.J. Klein is down there all the way against the Ute tires down low. And that's what I'm saying. That's the Casey Brunson line. That's why I was thinking of Casey. Somebody always goes down low. It's usually Case. Tonight it's R.J. I'm glad to see somebody do it. Hopefully it's going to bring R.J. Some better luck as all these cars right now, you can see them. They're all up high, making speed. Some good 2 and almost 3 wide racing back from about 10th on back. But for the most part, the only car down low trying to make it happen extremely low will be that R.J. Klein, number 14, as we look off the exit of turn number 2 in that race for the lead. Well, it's kind of stabilized, I would say. Peacock going to lead him off the corner, and we'll see what the timing is at the line here. Was 1.12. It's down to about 1.08, so it's just over a second, but it's going to be fractions of a second, and we're running down on laps here because next time by, that number 61 car is going to see the starter put the 2 sticks down. 2 more trips around the speedway for the driver of car number 61, Joshua Peacock, bringing the JP Designs Bulletproof Motorsports machine. Also got CCM Custom Designs and Engraving. Our buddy Tim Cummings on that car as well, as he's in the 3 and 4, and looks like not going to be a challenger behind. There's a white flag over the speedway. 1 more trip around for Josh Peacock. Looks like a Stephen Moore sitting there in a 2nd spot, going to be nowhere close. The race going to be back here for 3rd between Brewer and Moyer to see who is going to be on the podium as we hit 3 and 4. Josh Peacock going to take down the win here tonight in Limaland. Moore going to hold on for 2nd. 3rd going to go to Kyle Moyer. Alex Brewer will finish up 4th. 5th goes to Austin Miners. 6th for Tyson Pankow. R.J. Klein 7th. David Blackburg 8th. Kyle Surratt rallies to the top 10. He'll finish up 9th. Eric Eichstadt rounding out our top 10. Josh Ely will finish 11th. Daniel Stifler 12th. Alex Cummings 13th. Justin Holt 14th. Ryan Bronson running out our top 15. Jason Salter will finish 16th. David Brewer 17th. Braden Richards 18th. Kevin Prettyman 19th. Jim Revis will finish out our top 20. Further back, 21st will be Wes Wiggin. Henry Jones is 22nd. 23rd will go to Justin Glenhill. 24th for Daniel Worthington. Justin Pruitt will finish 25th, with 26th finishing will be Derek Fedgenhauer. Brandon Culp and Jared Brigance were slated to run the A main, but looks like those two as well have not decided here. So 26 cars took it, 60 laps around, and Josh Peacock leads all 60 of them. We will talk to him and the rest of the top three next on the post-race show here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll hop over to DWR Discord. We'll be right back here live at your source for esports racing. All right, back here live in the Discord of the Dirt Warrior Racing League post-race show presented by BladeNo.com. Our big winner tonight here in Limaland is Josh Peacock. Second goes to teammate Stephen Moore. A very solid third-place run tonight for the number 11 car tonight. Been a while since we talked to our buddy Kyle Moyer on the podium. Kyle, a guy who I've been rooting for weeks. Your race cars have had a lot of speed. They look great. You haven't had the finishes you wanted, buddy. A third-place run here in Limaland tonight. This one's going to feel good, but feels like a long time coming.
Definitely feels like a long time coming. It's been a while. I usually go backwards in feature, so staying up front was pretty nice for a change.
Well, let's talk about the first half of that race early, because there were issues in the middle of the pack, there were issues in the back of the pack, but a lot of the contact was right there near the front. You found
we was battling out, me and Steven there for second and third there. I mean it was a little banging, but it was all right.
Well, I was saying here, you put 26 cars on this little quarter mile. I don't think we can expect nobody to trade paint. I think that'd be a little, weird to see. If we go 60 laps here caution free with everybody having straight fenders, I'd be surprised as anybody else. But Kyle, I said the last couple of weeks you've had really good fast race cars, but you said struggling in the feature. You've had good. But let's talk about here. Well, recently, sorry about that button cut on me there, but tell me about the yellow flags here early. How much of that aids you that's helping you stay up front and that nice little 30-lap burst to the end that I think really allowed you to keep that race car solid?
Yeah, I wish it would just stay green, but it's going to, at a small track like this, you're not going to stay green with this many cars on the track. But cautions kind of hurt me. I wish it would have just stayed green, but it is what it is.
That's right, man. Well, you know what? I've been rooting for this for a while, bud. We get you back here on the podium live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're live on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. Kyle, it's so good to hear your voice, man, on the post-race show again. Let me give you the mic one more time and salute all those great people out there that support you and Sim.
For sure. Hey, first off, thanks for broadcasting it, Phil. Thanks for Jim, Eric, and Jason for putting this on. It's a nice league, a lot of fast drivers. Thanks, guys.
All right, well, that's a good one there. And finally, we talked to Kyle Moyer, the Full Velocity post-race show once again. It's good to see guys that we don't talk to nearly often enough. And Kyle Moyer getting a good, solid third place, so I'll let him go back there and debrief with the team. But we'll walk down here. There's a lot of familiar faces I see here a lot in the Bulletproof Motorsports team. And this guy here, it's been a while since we've talked to him on the podium, and that is car number 73 of Stephen Moore. Stephen, a very solid run for you, man. Second place to Peacock. I guess that's not a night completely lost now, is it?
No, I'm happy for the good finish finally. Been having some bad luck here lately, and yeah, glad to be in the top three. Congrats to Peacock on the win.
Now, I got to say, you guys I was watching you interval there those last 15, 20 laps. You were faster one lap. He was a touch faster. You were faster the next one. How similar are the setups between your car and his car? Because they look like they can run identical lines. They were equal in speed. How much does teamwork come into play to us?
We did some practice right before the race, and we were bouncing setups off of each other, ideas, and I ended up going kind of with one of my old faithfuls here, and Josh was on something completely different. So
I love that. I love to hear about the variety and stuff. I know I was on teams years back, and usually one guy had a good setup. It was like, hey, you got to run this one. You screw it up, you're not going to run fast. Good. Steven, I'll tell you what, buddy, a terrific run here tonight at Limaland. A second place run on a night. It could have went upside down for about anybody. I don't think anybody was safe anywhere on this racetrack with 26 cars, but a great race, a good position by you. Give a shout to all those out there watching tonight, buddy.
yeah, first off, I just got to thank all my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports and my sponsors, Tech Well and Race Electronics and JP Designs. Also got to give a shout out to you guys over at Full Velocity for the broadcast and all you guys do. And last and foremost, just got to thank my friends and family that support my racing. Thanks a lot.
All right, another great driver right there. Great guy you can hear. Number 73, Stephen Moore. Second place run here tonight at Limaland, so I'll let him go to it. And I am going to take a walk to Bladeno.com Victory Lane, where the party is started. It usually is when you find Mr. Peacock down here, buddy. Picking up yet another win on a Sunday night. You did it in grand fashion. You win qualifying, you win your heat race, you lead all 60 laps. It's a nice Sunday drive for that car, man. How you feeling after that run?
Relieved, man. I've said it once, said it again. I don't think the only time I've qualified pole, I usually have a mishap happen in the heat race or the beginning of the feature. But leading one of these things from flag to flag is one of the most stressful things I think I've ever been through on this sim. You never know where the track's going to go, and luckily I played it right tonight.
And I'll tell you what, we did see the track go through a lot of change there. The heat races, it was kind of, middle lane dominant. It started to get up high, but the more laps you guys put on this thing, that low side started to come back in. And, talk about those those restarts through the middle where the track was really even in both lanes. I mean, how much, not cognitive of the guy you had to starting beside you, but how about that second car in line?
Oh yeah, there's like I said, I tend to be pretty good at restarts if I can do what I need to do. I try not to be predictable, so it kind of works out in my favor. Track kind of worked good middle, and I never ventured down low. I was too scared to go down there and risk giving up a spot. But once I ventured high, she worked out nice.
I'll tell you what, I love this guy. This is one of the best interviews in all of sim racing. I tell you, is Mr. Peacock picking up yet another winner. Guys, is too scared to go low. Some things you do well and not do well, John. I think you do a lot of things well, man. We see you run a lot of laps. You run fast everywhere you go, man. I'm going to give you the mic one more time, buddy. Well, I think I can almost recite the drill, the spots you got, but I'm going to give it to you because you're the pro at doing this, buddy. Take it away. Now, thank.
Yeah, first off, man, I'd like to thank all my teammates, Bulletproof Motorsports. Especially this time, Kyle Surratt. He sent us out there, sent us out a setup Wednesday. We jumped in here after the late models and done a little bit of tweaking on it and got her set on keel. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Tim Cummings at CCM Custom Graphics and Design for all that he does. I'll give a shout out to J-Max. Check him out on Facebook at Jonathan's Journeys or J-Max Journeys. I'd like to give a shout out to all the guys DWRL that put this deal on. You guys doing it from on the broadcast, and I'd like to shed some recognition on JP Designs, put the badass strap on the car. Got a Facebook page up. Go check us out and see if we can do anything for you. I'd like to thank everybody watching.
I'll tell you what, JP Designs has some really dang good sick wraps coming out. I'll have to hit him up one of these days and see if maybe I find time to race one of these things. The only problem, I think Jack will agree, if I get one of those, I don't think he's going to want to put bodies on that thing night after night, so I'm pretty sure I'd screw it up. But we'll get a hold of the guys at JP Designs and thank Josh for joining us here tonight live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank all of you that have tuned in and played along with the gang over here at Dirt Warrior Racing League. Got to thank our great sponsors over here, of course. Got to thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag.com, Voiles Trucking, CCM Custom Designs and Engraving. Also got to thank Bladeno.com, presenting sponsor of this series. Also got to thank our friends at South Texas Speedway, TDR Racing League, Har Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Eichstadt Wraps, and Full Throttle with a Gent over on YouTube. For Jack Truin, Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, and the rest of the cast over here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back here live. If Todd's still live with the gang over at Stars on Dirt, but if not, we're back here live tomorrow night. A big event. We're back over at 3D Racing with Team VLR. Monster Bash presented by Race on Texas is in the South Texas Speedway tomorrow night. Going to be a great time at the Fairbury Speedway. Look for us out there live and in living color in a big way, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night, everybody.